O'Sullivan. A break of 72, more than enough to take the opening frame over Wang Yuchen. The Rocket, he leads 1-0.
it looks quite busy. 你好，如果是观众从这边走的话，我们不允许这样通过的、穿过的，不允许。志愿者麻烦拦一下，好吧？我们是不允许安保人员。你好，我们是不允许观众们是这样过去的，他们一定要分区，这边往这边走，这边往这边走，因为我们在直播，这样穿过去很不好。啊，我们不允许这样穿过来的。然后请大家尽快入座，好吗？志愿者，麻烦你拦一下，现在不允许再这样穿的。你们这边也控制一下，现在不允许这样穿的。你好，麻烦拦一下，好吧？如果他们是要穿过这儿，让他们从后面绕，不允许走。现在在电视直播，这样很不好看，好吗？再检查一下，不允许这样过哈，不可以，你也不行。大家尽快就坐，手机收起来，不要影响球员，谢谢。
So Ronnie O'Sullivan
Second frame,
making
Wang Yuchen to break.
the perfect start here in Xi'an. 1-0 he leads over Wang Yuchen. Referee Peggy Lee just laying down her authority here, laying down a marker to tell everyone to find their seats and be as quiet as possible. It's a very busy venue at the minute. 10,000 seater venue this, and it already looks a packed house. Peggy just making sure that everyone's aware of the situation, giving the players the best opportunity to produce their best snooker.
刚才有人照相，这里有红灯，你们把它消一下啊。
A lot going on, isn't there, Fergal? A lot of excitement around the event, and I think everyone's probably just a little bit giddy at the minute to see the Rocket in action.
Yeah, first experience of world ranking event here, and that's just been added, of course, by Ronnie's presence.
Worth mentioning as well, though, sorry, Ronnie not the only star on show today in this session. We've got world #1 Mark Allen in the arena. We've got Stuart Bingham, former world champions, Graham Dott as well, Jack Lazowski, so plenty of top snooker players. Got another mouth-watering session as well this evening. China's superstar Ding Zhonghui in action as well. So plenty of big hitters on display.
Yeah, there has been qualifiers already for this event, but some matches were held back. Thanks to the world champion Karen Wilson, world #1. Of course, Ronnie, promoter's pick, and the top 2 Chinese players. And you felt at the start of this match, if Wang was to have any chance of winning it, not only do you need to make a good start in the match itself, but also each frame. Just feel he can't afford to let Ronnie have the first good opportunity. And not only has he had the first good opportunity in both frames, but he hasn't really had to work for them. And it's very early in the match, but we just know from experience this match could get away from Wang very, very quickly.
6.
I think that's the key, isn't it? The fact that he hasn't had to work for the chances so far. You're not going to get away with them against someone like Ronnie O'Sullivan. You've got to make him at least try and dig out his own chances, try and keep it tight where you can, because he's like a steamroller when he gets going. Reels off the frames in rapid time. This match could soon be away from Wang.
请大家再检查一下自己的设备，这有反光灯，非常影响球员，再检查一下，好吧？
Yeah, you can just see Ronnie there, plenty obviously photographers there.
Lights, yeah, I told him to turn the lights off. Yeah.
Yeah, he has had issues over the years, Ronnie, with photographers being in the arenas. He's got a few of them removed at certain times. Which is the flash there, and again, very off-putting if you're playing. Not only can it obviously catch your eye as you're playing, but you can become very aware of it, and you're nearly down the shot,
14.
waiting and predicting that it's going to happen, which can be just as off-putting.
I think that's the worst part about it, isn't it? The thought of it going to happen. It's like when the photographers are there with the silent
15.
clickers on, but you can just quite hear it in the background, can't you? You can't deliver the cue because you fancy the click going off the camera.
Yeah, you're waiting for the click. But again, looks very settled, even that little disruptance there.
22.
Hasn't bothered him, back in that lovely rhythm and fluent.
23.
Took the opportunity there to get into the pack of reds. Almost a free shot for Ronnie with the red at the back of the pack. He's landed a little bit low on it though, so just needs to be mindful with this positional shot. Cue balls. Well, he's got the red, but he's not nicely on his next colour. Oh, beautiful. Is it in? Yeah, it just crept in. It looked good to begin with. Just slowly started to look like it was heading to that top jaw, but no hesitation
38.
there from Ronnie. Straight down, knocked it in. And he's got a great chance again in this second frame.
Yeah, he'll be frustrated.
Ronnie O'Sullivan,
Breaking down
38.
there. Considering a couple of shots ago was perfect on the black. Didn't get the best split when he went into them. It's got another opportunity here for Wang.
Foul. 我确定这个衬衫碰球了。
Yeah.
碰到咖啡球了。
Again,
Ronnie O'Sullivan,
maybe a little bit
4.
nervous, but certainly careless. Bending down there should have been away from the brown. And again, just adds to that sense of anxiety or being unsettled.
1.
Oh, and that one will really hurt, won't it? What a careless mistake that was from Wang Yuchen, just when he really needed to settle himself down. Bit of a shaky opener, and that won't do him any favours at all.
Six. Seven.
It's important here for Ronnie to keep his concentration. Obviously, I'm sure he's confident coming into the match. And again, he'll be well aware of the nervousness and anxiety in his opponent. Doesn't want to let him off the hook.
11. 12.
Of course, Ronnie, a heavy favourite to come through this match, but I think sort of looking at how Ronnie goes about his business in general, it's the performance that he'll be looking at here. the manner in which he wins it,
19,
if he does, just to set himself up nicely
20.
for the next round. Remember, this is Ronnie's first match in this event. I suppose probably a little bit better that it's actually at the venue, isn't it? A lot of these guys have already played, but in Leicester, so it probably feels like a new event to them. Ronnie able to just kickstart his tournament here in Xi'an.
Yeah,
35.
very comfortable start for Ronnie. Absolutely under no pressure.
36.
And again, already the next frame and the start of the next frame is crucial. If Ronnie was to win that one as well, go 3-0, and you just don't see
41.
Wang being able to come back at him. Again, very daunting playing Ronnie. Couple of shots there Ronnie has played.
42.
Certainly getting the benefit of the new cloth, just sliding in. Maybe has the look and feel already of a practice game for Ronnie.
Yeah, it's certainly a treat for this crowd, isn't it? As you say, that they won't have seen any live snooker in this area before, and to witness the greatest of all time up
51.
first on table one, you want to see a performance from him, but what you will get from Ronnie O'Sullivan
52.
is a performance. He's a showman. He loves to entertain. We've already mentioned how comfortable he is playing in China. We want him to put a solid shift here today, and he's made the perfect start. A couple of chances in this second frame, and quickly has gone into a 2-0 lead.
请大家再次检查一下的手机，刚才楼上的观众还有这个闪光灯跟红灯，这样很影响选手的。大家检查一下手机，不要有那个闪光灯、红灯，还有声音，谢谢。Third frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
41 ranking titles Ronnie O'Sullivan has to his name, 79 professional titles in total. This week he has a chance to extend that ranking title tally to 42, the inaugural Xi'an Grand Prix, a brand new event in this region in China. The world's best players have gathered to compete here for a top prize of £177,000. A couple of results have already come in this morning that we can tell you about. World champion Kyron Wilson has got his campaign off to a good start. Mark Selby as well with a 5-3 win over Wang Jingbo. Si Jiahui 5-3 winner over Amir Sarkosh. An interesting game as well earlier on. Matthew Selt and Joe O'Connor has actually been pulled off at 4 each, so that was a pretty lengthy affair. I presume that they will play to a conclusion at the earliest table available, probably this evening, Fergal. Would that be the case?
Yes, exactly. They don't have to go back onto the exact same table that they played on. Whatever was the first match finished. Again, never easy. It's happened to me plenty of times. But never easy coming back just to play that one frame. I'm going to be pleased to get in this first pot and live play. I actually thought at the end of the second frame, because he had such an easy red left, that he might have come to the table, pot a red colour and some of the colours just to settle down, get a feel of the table.
Seven.
On the green here, looking to get down the table. Try and play for an area, leave himself a choice of a couple of reds. Yeah, playing for that red.
10.
More or less on the black spot, just above the black. Yeah, just about on it. Thinking now, potting this black, being on the next red. I've described as first real good opportunity.
Yeah, it was a well-controlled positional shot from green to red, wasn't it? He pretty much landed it perfectly. And that enabled him to now pot this black and remove this red, open the black into both corner pockets.
18.
And this really now does become a good scoring opportunity for Wang. He's just got to steady himself. Take
19.
an extra second, make absolutely sure of each pot, because he doesn't want to let this game get away from him.
From such a simple red, should have been nice on the black. Just, as you can see, they're just slightly off straight. Again, just going to make this position of play a little bit more difficult. Yeah, he's paid the price for it there. Again, from such a simple red, should have been perfect on the black to continue the break.
26.
Just those little small mistakes, little attention to detail. Again, from such a good opportunity, he's let it slip by. And again, not only is he going to just damage his own confidence, but also increase Ronnie's confidence that he's had such a good opportunity and only made 26. Going to try and focus on the positives. He's up and running, you feel, in the match now.
26.
Again, next little passage of play to try and get the next opportunity is going to be crucial again.
Any mistake against someone like O'Sullivan is probably going to be highlighted greatly, but it's the unforced errors that are crippling as a player at any level. It was such a basic shot, as you said, Fergal, to land nicely on the black. He's just thinking, pot the red, I'm on the black, but there's a way to finish on your next ball to make the next shot as easy as possible. Left himself with just too much to do, and only 26 points scored from that opportunity from Wang. He'll be disappointed.
That shot there, similar to Ronnie's break-off from that side of the table, trying to swing it around. Plays that shot with his left hand. He feels he can get more side on the ball and swing it around. I'm not really sure why. Seems fairly good with his right hand. Again, the red just about going in the pocket. Maybe later on in the week that mightn't have dropped, but it's just with a brand new cloth. They do tend to slide in a little bit easier, and he'll be relieved to see it drop. And again, pink tied up and black cloaks the side cushion. But with some good position of play, could compile a decent break from the blue. Of course, has the option in playing the blue, maybe just to play a gentle cannon onto the pink and red, just to disturb that into play would make it a bit easier for him.
7.
Slightly overran it there. Might be forced to play the little cannon into the pink just to try and take the pace out of the cue ball. Yeah, just made the putt a little bit more difficult. It was noticeable there as he played the blue, just a little bit of movement. I think he probably took his eye off it. You could actually see head movement, that he looked like he was taking a glance to see what kind of cannon he was getting on the pink. Of course, the putt is his priority. Missed that. Again, still should have put the blue, but the real mistake was from the red, not being perfect on the blue.
Yeah, it was the shot before, wasn't it? It ended up having to be a very delicate little holding cannon to that pack and pink.
Yeah, great shot there from Ronnie. Not so much even the execution, just the vision. Realised straight away, pink and black are out of commission. His reading of the game is phenomenal. Identifies the key shot straight away and tries to get on that as quick as possible.
It's the pace in which he sees those shots as well, isn't it? Just got down, knowing full well where the cue ball was going, trying to make things happen. The average club player stands behind that and just tries to land on a red, and then 2-3 shots later you're out of position and it's end of break. Ronnie, one of the best, if not the best break builders in our game, 1,265 centuries would suggest that he is the best. Just gets the frames open into positions where he's able to score heavy and then usually does the damage.
7.
It looks like there is room for the pink to go on its spot just beside the red. Again, it'll be difficult enough to try and get on the pink. Looks like it's only available to the left middle, but getting on that is going to be the problem.
13. 14.
Also, another option is the red that's to the far right of the table. If he was to pot that at some point, that would free the pink into that same right corner. Looks to be straight on the yellow. Not a great angle on the green either. Again, parrying this green here. Yeah, he was afraid of parrying. He could just hit the brown. He's played a fantastic shot there. More or less a stun screw.
17.
Yeah, he wanted the screw to be delayed there, didn't he, to avoid the blue, and putting
18.
a little bit of power and stun on the cue ball enabled him to get past that blue. What a wonderful positional shot that was from Ronnie.
Yeah, low enough to get the backspin, but not too low that you would then screw into the blue. Again, watching a break build, nearly an art form.
24.
Identifies the key ball, gets onto it as soon as possible, and then when there's immaculate cue ball control, can usually do the damage from there.
25.
Well, that one's gone wrong. He's potted the red thick. You could see it just crept in off the near jaw, which meant the cue ball didn't have the legs to get over to that black, so end of break, looking to try and lay up in behind the brown.
Yeah, interesting they're playing that shot. Absolutely no need at all to play that left-handed. Sometimes it's a great advantage being able to play left-handed if you're on a certain side of the table. But I don't know whether that was a bit of indulgence or he has talked about playing more shots with his left hand.
He'll tell you he gets better drag with his left hand. Load of nonsense, really. But what a pot that was from Wang. Thin red. Found it nicely.
Five.
Yeah, he knew by his reaction he'd overhit that, but still quite fortunate to have this red. Just has to pot it, guaranteed to be on the pink.
Six.
Yeah, nicely done. That was a good pot to middle. Not a lot of pocket to aim at there. You could see right down the barrel of that one. He was leaving this red next to the pink as well, had he missed it, so there was pressure on it.
Yeah, just looking at the scores there, 20
12.
ahead. Red pink could put him 27 up, 27 left. Again, it'd be a nice little angle on the pink. Shouldn't be too difficult to get up to the yellow as well.
13.
Probably could have done with a little bit more pace and probably a little bit more top spin
19.
just to get it running off that side cushion. With 27 ahead, 27 left. Just needs this yellow.
Wang Yuchen, 19.
Very thin clip. Again, a little bit anxious. Was up off it quite quick. Yeah, you can see a little glance of the eyes there, flicking over to see how to pot it.
That's a nice little flick on the blue as well from the yellow, just promoting that a fraction more from the side cushion. There may be a thin edge available for Wang Yuchen here, but all of a sudden this frame is very much live again. All the balls in open play. Ronnie only able to force the respot. Well, he's had a delightful flick there on the brown, pushing that safe for a bit more insurance.
Again, Ronnie playing the safety left-handed. No apparent reason. Yeah, a little bit fortunate there as well. That the way he played the shot, the yellow was going towards the black. It could have easily brought the black into play, but fortunate that put the black closer to the cushion.
拍照有声音，把声音消一下哈。谢谢。
fortunate again not to go in off, and also then not to leave the yellow for Ronnie. A couple of options here. He could potentially play snooker, or try and bring brown maybe into play. Just very much a question of patience here from Ronnie, not get frustrated with the run of the balls and also where the positions have ended up.
I mean, they're all must-win frames, aren't they, for Wang Yuchen, but this one felt particularly big. Best of 9 matches these. There'll be an interval, 15-minute interval after 4 frames. If you can win this frame, then has a chance to go into the interval level. That all of a sudden feels like a bit of a result. As I say, this frame is far from over yet. Ronnie now not on the green, chance to lay up the snooker, cue ball in behind the brown. Wants to try and get this tight. Looks good.
Ronnie O'Sullivan
I suppose the green being in this corner of the table makes for a bit bigger of a target. Always the chance that if you go past it, you might catch it on the way back round.
Foul.
Well, that's a massive misjudgment.
Yeah, it almost
Ronnie
looked
O'Sullivan
like...
5. Free ball.
That never looked on to me.
Yeah,